Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing my review slash breakdown of the new Supergirl Legion of Superheroes film that was just released. I'm sure many of you guys have watched it, but if you haven't watched it, the first half of this video is going to be non-spoilers, so you can stick around and hear my basic thoughts on what I thought about the Legion of Superheroes film. But then go away, go watch it. It's available on digital, on DVD, Blu-ray and 4K right now, and you can come back and watch the second half of this video, which goes into full spoilers where I break down everything that happens in the Legion of Superheroes film. So for now, if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DC videos later this year. Okay, so this Legion of Superheroes film has been something that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. You guys know I've made a bunch of videos on this in the lead up to its release. It was released about a week ago. Now I'm finally getting around to actually doing my review slash breakdown video. So for all of you guys that don't know, I'm a big fan of the Legion of Superheroes. I love them in the comics. I love when they showed up on Supergirl, obviously the CW TV show with Melissa Benoist. We got to see a live action version of the Legion. Although we only saw Mon-El, Imra and Brainiac 5, we got mention of the rest of the Legion in the future, but we never actually went to the future, so we didn't really get to see them. So it's so nice in this. Obviously this is coming out after Supergirl ended, and this is a Supergirl film. Even though it's titled Legion of Superheroes, it has the House of El crest on the official graphics, and she's the main character of the film, but she's within the realm of the Legion of Superheroes, so it's a bit of both. So let's go into the non-spoiler review. Alright, first off I have to say the animation looks good. It's nothing too special, it's not like Attack on Titan or any anime. But in terms of DC animation and American animation, it's pretty good. It's solid, it looks nice, and it has the capability of keeping the audience engaged, and I think that is the most important thing. And so yeah, overall it's an entertaining film. I like the story that they went with. There are some big twists and turns that aren't traditional, and actually a few of them did leave me shocked. There is this big overarching mystery in the film that unravels as we get closer towards the answers nearer to the end of the film. And obviously Supergirl is our main character. She is going through this story. She obviously starts in the 21st century and finds her way to the 31st century, where she joins the Legion Academy as a trainee. This was already told to us before the film actually was released, so I'm sure if you've watched any of my Legion videos as of recently, you already know about this, so this is not counting towards my spoiler review. But anyway, pretty much everything about the film is intriguing, especially its premise. And really, we're here to watch a superhero film, and they deliver on the superhero aspects. There's lots of fights. We get to see Superman, we get to see Batman, Supergirl, Mon-El, the rest of the Legion of Superheroes, plus a big mystery villain. So that pretty much does it for my non-spoiler part of this video. So click off now if you haven't watched the film yet. But as I said, it's available right now, so go watch it online. It's available digitally, but also you can get it physically if you want to get a DVD, Blu-ray or a 4K copy to watch at home. Alright, so let's get into the spoilers. So the beginning of the film starts as Kara and her mum are racing on Krypton, and so they're in Argo City and everything seems to be normal. So as a viewer, you're like, okay, so this is clearly set in the past, but what's going to happen that's going to guide Supergirl towards joining the Legion of Superheroes in this film? Because that's what the title of the film is, so we presume this is what's going to happen, and it does happen later. But what happens first is Kara gets assigned to the military guild, but as her mum reveals this, chaos ensues on Krypton as fire starts raining down from the skies and meteoroids hit Krypton and rip it to shreds. And so Kara and her mum, Allura, they go to her secret location where she had been planning to save Argo City, and obviously they knew about this for a while. If you guys know Supergirl's origin or Superman's origin, you know that they were aware of all the environmental signs in terms of Krypton being destroyed, but they didn't do anything about it until it was too late. And so Allura's plan actually fails, and she's only able to get Kara out of Krypton because only one of the pods work. And so Kara gets sent off away from Krypton, her pod gets knocked off course, and that's where we get to meet Kara in present day. It's only a few months later, which is quite a lot different from the Supergirl CW version of the character, because she actually arrived when she was much younger. But this version of Kara in the Legion of Superheroes is an older version of Kara. She's like late teenager, sort of maybe 17 or somewhere around that late teenager age. And so it becomes evidently clear that Kara does not fit in on Earth as she struggles to even get around the city, because she's thinking in terms of Krypton and their technology, and basically she sees Earth as quite primitive. And so what breaks her concentration is an explosion in the distance, and so we get the reveal that Solomon Grundy is here. He's got a high-tech weapon, and he basically faces off against Supergirl, and this is one of her first outings as a hero. She clearly hasn't adjusted yet, but she does have a Supergirl suit, so you wonder if Superman gave her the suit. They don't actually explain it in the film, so that's just left up for us to actually think about. But Supergirl isn't much of a match against Solomon Grundy, as Grundy gets the better of her. She clearly hasn't had enough training. However, Superman and Batman come into the rescue and they defeat Solomon Grundy. Batman is curious about the technology that Solomon Grundy has, because clearly someone is supplying it to him, because he's not smart enough to come up or invent anything like that. And so this kicks off the main mystery of the film. And as we saw in the trailer, Batman is quite opposed to Supergirl being around, because he perceives her as a threat, because she's not really able to control her powers and her emotions, because she just literally landed a couple of months ago, so the culture shock hasn't fully set in yet. Even the Flash shows up at this point to talk to Batman about what's going on, so obviously they're trying to figure it out. But in the meantime, Supergirl flies away, obviously because she overheard the conversation between Batman and Superman. So this actually leads Superman to reveal what he thinks could be a good option for Supergirl, and so he opens up what they call a time bubble, so that he can actually go through to the future to a specific point in time. This was a device that apparently Saturn Girl gave to him before, when the Legion contacted them previously, when Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman formed the League. And so now he's using it to bring Supergirl to the future so she can train with the Legion of Superheroes, and so they get to see the Legion HQ for the first time. And so simultaneously, whilst this is happening, Batman actually stops an attack on Star Labs, and it's not without casualties, and this is the first time that we see these mysterious figures that Supergirl briefly saw whilst fighting Solomon Grundy. But back in the 31st century, Supergirl trains the Legion of Superheroes. She gets to meet Mon-El for the first time, who is a trainee. He actually reveals he was obsessed with Krypton, and that's why he changed his name to L. So obviously Supergirl instantly creates that connection. She thinks, oh, maybe he's a Kryptonian, but it turns out he's from Daxam. That is consistent with the comics. However, him being obsessed with Krypton isn't a thing that happened, say, in the TV show when we saw Chris Wood playing Mon-El. But Kara is seemingly interested in Mon-El as he gives her the tour of the Legion HQ. You can tell that just by the way that she's acting. So it's nice to see Kara and Mon-El together, especially for us fans from the Supergirl TV show. Although their relationship is very different in this film to the TV show, because a big twist happens later, which we'll get into. And so we get to meet Supergirl's new roommate, Dawnstar, and the rest of the Legion Academy members. And this is when Supergirl actually meets Brainiac 5, who is one of the main characters of this film. They actually get into a fight because Supergirl thinks he's the original Brainiac, and so everyone's impressed by their fight and basically eggs them on. But after their fight is actually broken up, it's revealed that the rest of the Legion of Superheroes who are off-world are actually missing. And so this is where the mystery kind of kicks in, and we start to see signs of what's going on, especially as it's revealed to Supergirl by Brainiac 5 who the villains are that Batman fought in the 21st century, and she has seen glimpses of, and it turns out they are the Dark Circle. So they're just members of this underground organization who have been around for centuries, and so they're here to get what's inside the Legion HQ's armory. Now, they can't do it by themselves, and the trick that they pull off is by feeding Brainiac 5 in the past information about the Legion Vault, and that's kind of the main reason that he is a Legion trainee, to get to that, but he's unsuccessful until Supergirl and him and Mon-El break into the Legion armory. And this happens right after a Legion member is killed. This is actually quite shocking because Triplicate Girl is killed by the Dark Circle. So the only hope left is to break into the armory before they actually get in. And they actually do manage to get in, but at this point there's a huge twist as Mon-El turns on Supergirl and stabs her with a kryptonite dagger. So it turns out he's in the dark circle, he's on the dark side, and the Legion overall has been taken over by the dark circle, and so Mon-El is just a person that's on the inside and he's been trying to crack in, but he's now figured out, oh, Brainiac is the only person that is actually able to get in. So it's at this point that it's revealed the leader of the Dark Circle is in fact Brainiac 5's one true ancestor, the original Brainiac. So that was a big surprise. I was not expecting this. The mystery definitely was one of the best parts of the film. It was really intriguing, and seeing his reveal, and especially Mon-El's reveal for me, because I was not expecting that, because traditionally Mon-El is a good guy, he's not a bad guy, so this twist is definitely a huge shock. And it's also revealed at this point that Supergirl and Brainiac have kind of the hots for each other. They are attracted to each other, which later plays out as they become boyfriend and girlfriend. This has happened before, but it's quite a surprise to see, especially because they were teasing Mon-El and Supergirl at the start of the film together, but that didn't turn out to be true because Mon-El betrayed them and he's actually a villain. And so Brainiac gets inside, he explains his master plan, how he wanted Brainiac 5 to get in because he's the only true 12th level intellect. And so whilst this is happening, the rest of the Legion are gathering up together to try and fight the Dark Circle, and obviously they have their hands full. Supergirl and Brainiac try to stop them, whilst the original villain Brainiac accesses the machine, but is stopped by unexpected foes because it's revealed that the 3 past versions of Brainiac before Brainiac 5 have been used to form this Brainiac's new body. He was killed in the past in the 21st century, and the Dark Circle worked on resurrecting him all this time, and so they combined all their bodies together. But they actually break out, and it's really disgusting as they all become desperate to get this one true power, and they think breaking out is the only way. And so this stops the villain and the original Brainiac from succeeding because his body is ripped apart in two, and it's kind of disgusting. But that proves the end of the leader of the Dark Circle, but the machine won't stop as reality unfolds and unravels before Supergirl and Brainiac 5's very eyes. But Supergirl is able to tap into the machine with the help of Brainiac. They're able to stop the machine, so they stop the Dark Circle, and then Supergirl fights Mon-El. As Mon-El realizes that they have failed, he even tries to plead to Supergirl to join his side, but Supergirl beats the hell out of him, and so Mon-El is incapacitated and is locked up by the Legion, including the rest of the Dark Circle members that they were able to capture. Obviously a lot of them retreated, and there is still an ongoing mystery as to the rest of the Dark Circle because it's such a big mysterious organization that I'm sure they will come back in the future, which the ending of the film teases, and we'll get to that in a minute. But as I said before, Supergirl and Brainiac 5 finally kiss and they get together at the ending of the film. Then you get the credits, but then we go to the post-credit scene where we have Supergirl talking to Superman through the device that Superman used to get to the future in the first place, and Brainiac 5 has been altering the text so they can actually call like a telephone call, but basically over the centuries. And Superman meets Brainiac 5 for the first time. It's very awkward, very funny, but a good way to end the film. And my main question was, as the film ended, why didn't we go back to Superman and Batman and their mystery that they had to do with why the Dark Circle wanted to break into Star Labs in present day? And we actually get somewhat of an answer, but not a proper answer. It's more of a unraveling of the same mystery, but it's even bigger as Superman and Batman don't know what's happening in the 21st century, and Superman doesn't want to warn Supergirl because he's not even sure what it is, and there is a huge burn hole in the ground right beside them, but everything goes to hell as a beam of energy comes down and supposedly kills both Batman and Superman. So that is a cliffhanger of the film. I have to say, what a way to end the film. I love the post-credit scene and everything that it teases for the future of the DC animated universe. I really hope we get to continue this storyline because I think, as I said before, the mystery in this film was definitely what was most intriguing and my favorite part, along with obviously seeing Supergirl, Mon-El and everyone on screen. But apart from that, yeah, it was an entertaining film. I would give it out of 10, maybe like a 7 out of 10. because I don't think the film was very complicated. It was pretty basic in terms of character development, but I like the mystery, and the whole overarching story have me very intrigued, and I want to see what happens next, and I think that is a success. And so yeah, animation was good and the voice acting was pretty good, so everything kind of came together, and I would recommend it to you guys. So go check out Legion of Superheroes. It's available now on digital, DVD, Blu-ray and 4K. And if you want to see any more videos in regards to this film, please be sure to let me know any theories or any video ideas you have for me in the comments down below. But for now, if you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future daily uploads. We are uploading daily. Also, we're doing live streams every week. From next week, we're going to start doing a pre-Flash live stream. That is going to be every Wednesday at about 9 PM UK time, which translates to 4 PM Eastern Standard Time, so in New York and the East Coast of America. I'm hoping to have some very special guests on week to week, so be active on the channel and don't miss anything. And yeah, so for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.